CIR TV, Beyond the Research.
So this is my story, talking about what God has done for me. Oh, I never believed.
It was a colorful atmosphere at the second congregation of the CCST College. The occasion was chaired by the Sector Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Honorable Dr. Kwaku Efriye, and also graced by His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, represented by Umawumaye Peruma Safotumbo.
You will never leave me, always with me. I know He's little, I know He's little, I know He's little, it's just by your grace, I know He's little, I know He's little, I know He's little, it's just by your grace, What have I not tried? But nothing seemed to work for me, this life of mine. It hasn't been easy with me, no. Though I tried, but had nothing to call my own. At the verge of giving up, you made a way.
For the opening prayer.
The Honorable Minister of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, Asante, the Vice Chancellor, University of Cape Coast, Professor Johnson Akumbwam, members of the College Governing Council, past and present directors present who are here, Assistant Registrar of the College, all heads of department present, staff of the College, distinguished guests, graduating students, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, let me take this opportunity to warmly welcome all of you to this morning's ceremony. On behalf of the governing board of the College of Science and Technology, I extend greetings to all of you gathered here on this very special occasion. A year ago, on Friday, 24th July 2020, I opened the graduation ceremony of the first batch of the students of the College of Science and Technology of CSR. In my speech, I talked about the progress of the college and the need for the college to graduate its students on time. and to do it at the end of the student's tribulated period of study. Today marks a milestone in ensuring that our students graduate on time. We are celebrating the graduation of the second batch of students of CCSA. And I'm proud, I'm happy, and appreciative of this achievement by the Management Board of College and the hardworking students. Distinguished guests, occasions like this allows us to take stock of how well we are doing as a college. The rate of graduation in our is one good measure we can use to judge how well we are doing as a college. On behalf of the college board, I wish to express the board's appreciation of the determination of the college management to ensure that the timely graduation of CCST students that we started last year will continue every year, the years ahead. The second measure is how well our graduates are doing in the marketplace. This, we believe, where our students find themselves in industry, wherever they find themselves, they will be the judge of our students' performance. We take all necessary steps to ensure that our graduates get quality training and best learning experience as CCSA is mandated to do. The same way, ladies and gentlemen, as scientific innovations are transforming countries, the nation is looking up to science and technology institutions, especially the College of Science and Technology, with its expansive science, technology, and innovation network to address some of the many challenges the country faces. From pandemic to climate change, we can look at food security, water shortages, and to crises that cannot be foreseen today. We still have a pandemic with us. How do we navigate ourselves as a nation through this? With adequate resources, I believe the College of Science and Technology will be in a position to address some of these very critical challenges that confront us as a nation. Now to the graduates. You, the graduates, have worked very hard, and in doing so, you are about to earn a degree in your field of study. I take the opportunity to wish you all the best on this important occasion as you leave the College of Science and Technology walks into the world of work. I congratulate you on the successful completion of your program of study. As you go out into the world, we count on you to be good ambassadors and cheerleaders of the College of Science and Technology, and continue to make us proud. I am confident you will uphold the good name of the College of Science and Technology always. Let's hard work, commitment, persistence, love of nation and culture, adaptability, and integrity be your hallmark. You are going into the world, everybody knowing that you studied at CCST. You are the one who can really tell the whole world, all those who you work with, that CCST offers a first-class education. General of CSIR and CSR community, college president and vice president, assistant registrar, faculty members, parents, and family members, you all may be applauded for the successes of the college and students. They have been the best supporters of the college in diverse ways, and we want to thank you for this. My hearty congratulations also goes now on to all the graduates for surviving and going through all the difficult assignments and so on, and to come out, with bright colors. And now, distinguished ladies, guests, and gentlemen, I'm happy to declare this morning's assembly duly constituted for the award of degrees of the College of Science and Technology affiliated to the university.
This year's convention is being hosted by the Department of Natural Resources Management and the CSIR Forestry Research Institute. Although the ceremony is being held in the Biotechnology Auditorium of the CSIR Cross Research Institute, we want to express our profound appreciation to the Director of the Institute, Professor Moses Mochia, who is also the Director's Rep on the College Governing Board. So we are most grateful. May I inform you that the ceremony is also live on CRI TV, YouTube channel, Facebook page, and Twitter handle. We urge those who could not join us in this auditorium because of the strict adherence to the COVID-19 protocol to follow proceedings by watching these social media handles. Before the college president addressing the congregation, may I respectfully request your permission, Chairman, to introduce some of the dignitaries who are here with us to give appreciation. We have Mr. Augustine Amiche from CSIR Head Office, the corporate lawyer. We have Mr. Sifas Edin Wensa. We have Mr. Justice Watson, Head of Institutional Affiliation, UCC. All host directors and all heads of academic department are duly acknowledged. We also have other directors joining us this morning. The Acting Director for Plants Genetic Resources Research Institute, Dr. Daniel Koti. The Acting Director for Savannah Agricultural Research Institute, Dr. S.S. Boa. We also have the country representative for International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, Dr. Richard Asare. And we have the Dean of Directors, Professor Daniel Ofori. We also have the Deputy Director General, CSI, Professor Paul Mosu. Coming to grace our ceremony this morning, it doesn't happen because we are very busy. And so we are very, very grateful to have Mr. Jeff Onyame, the Registrar of the University of Cape Coast, and also my Vice Chancellor, Professor Johnson Nakobuampo, the Vice Chancellor for the University of Cape Coast. You are most welcome, sir. Thank you for coming to grace the occasion. The rest of the dignitaries will be introduced in due course. May I respectfully invite the President of the College, Professor Mark Apia, to address the second convocation. Shall we welcome him with a round of applause?
Representing His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei the Second, Asantehene. Vice Chancellor of the University of Cape Coast and your Registrar, CCST alumni is also here. He happens to be the Director of Soil Research Institute. Director, Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship, joins us online. College Registrar, Department Heads, teaching and non-teaching staff, CCST alumni, our graduate class of 2021, your families and friends, members of the press, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. 1 year ago, on Friday, 24th July, we gathered here in this auditorium to celebrate the graduation ceremony of the first batch of CCST students. This morning, we have gathered again to welcome all of you to this second ceremony. Mr. Chairman, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Kweku Efri. We thank you so much for coming. Taking time out of your busy schedule to be part of this ceremony demonstrates your interest in this college, and we are very grateful for this interest. And we are pleased that you have accepted to be our keynote speaker as well. You came with your Deputy Director of Science, Technology and Innovation, Mr. Sifas Ajay. You are very, very welcome, Mr. Mensa. Chairman, permit me to also acknowledge the presence of Nana Berima Tenebua Kodia, who is representing His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei II. Nana, we are very privileged to have you as our special guest of honor. You came with your entourage, and I know you are very, very welcome. The Vice Chancellor of the University of Cape Coast, as the Registrar said, is also in our midst, Professor Johnson Nakobuampo, who is also newly elected VC of UCC. He started his term on 1st of August 2020. And for the record, he is the past Provost of the College of Health and Allied Sciences. And he took over from Professor Joseph Gate Ampia, who was here last year to confer degree on the first batch of students. We are very, very thankful. As the VC of our mentoring institution, your presence gives us the confidence of a father's companionship, and we appreciate the mentoring support your university is providing CCST. You came with Mr. Jeff Ted Emmanuel Onyame. When the name was given to me, I asked myself, I think Emmanuel would have been enough. But to add Onyame to it, you've taken it all. You are very, very welcome, Registrar. The first time I met him, he was then the Director of Academic Affairs at the University of Cape Coast. You are both very welcome. He also came with the head of affiliation at UCC, Mr. Kwati. He is seated there. Mr. Kwati, you are very, very welcome. I would like to thank the Governing Board Chair, Professor Joseph Anamamensa, for his excellent leadership. He is joining us also online. My gratitude goes to the Director General of CSR, Professor Victor Ejimai, his deputy, for their continuous support for our activities, and all the directors of CSR for the wonderful support we receive. Professor Fori, Professor Mochia, representing the directors. We thank you so much. The Vice President, Professor Hans, is here. He was the Director of Crop Research. He is the Chief Scientist. And these titles are normally held by people who are hardworking. And for the record, he is also a Reverend Minister. So someone will say this is a dangerous combination of hard work and integrity. Well, we are privileged to have your help. I want to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Sari, who is the country head for the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture. Thank you for coming. There are many people we should acknowledge, but time will not allow me to do so. To all of you, we thank you for the support, to the students, and to the college. Last year we had 20 graduates, and this year the total is 29 who are going to receive their degree. Of this, we have 19 males and 10 female. So that means that we have made 100% increase in the female population this year. Mr. Chairman, Honorable Minister, distinguished guests, this is a modest increase in the number of graduates, but it shows that the college is making gradual progress to achieve its mission of equipping stakeholders such as these graduates in physical and natural sciences with appropriate skills and attitudes for the job market in Ghana and beyond. At this second graduation ceremony, the graduates class of 2021 are going to be awarded Master of Science or Master of Philosophy degree in their respective programs of study. And the programs include MPhil in Climate Change and Integrated Natural Resource Management, MSc Climate Change and Integrated Natural Resource Management, MPhil Plant Breeding and Biotechnology, MPhil Soil Health and Environmental Natural Resource Management, MPhil Food Science and Technology, MPhil Agriculture, MPhil Industrial Animal Nutrition, and Feed Production. To be awarded a degree in any of these programs this morning is a testimony that they display the necessary commitment to learn, to acquire, and to develop expertise. They have satisfied all the requirements of the college. They have passed all the examinations, and this morning we acknowledge their hard work, and we want to honor them with our congratulations and good wishes for the next step of their academic and professional lives. I am very pleased to inform you that the performance of the class 2021 was good. The cumulative grade point average of the class is 3.2, the highest being 3.7. Let's give them a big hand. Well done for the good work. Mr. Chairman, these graduates are a special breed of graduates in the sense that they are well trained and prepared to enter the job market to start their careers. In fact, most of them are already gainfully employed and working for national and international institutions where they are going to be using their acquired knowledge and skills. Some of the institutions they are working for include the Forestry Commission, Cocoa Board, CSR, Ghana Education Service, Cocoa and Forest Initiatives, etc. Nowadays, many university graduates cannot find jobs because they do not have the necessary skills needed by the industry or the job market. I am proud to be the head of a college whose graduates are employed or can find employment with ease. The college will continue to be creative and innovative, and will continue to train students whose skills will be needed in the job market by ensuring that students undertake firm-based research that serve the need of industry and local communities. We are more than hopeful that this can be done because CCST is collaborating with CSR, an organization that has the largest aggregation of scientists and technologists in Ghana, and is also endowed with a state-of-the-art facility and field stations dotted throughout the length and breadth of Ghana. Mr. Chairman, learning and education is a partnership of mutual commitment. Today we can say that CCST has fulfilled its side of the partnership by imparting to the graduates the appropriate skills, including entrepreneurial skills and attitudes that can enhance their contribution to sustainable development in Ghana. Mr. Chairman, the resources available to the college, coupled with the high degree of commitment being shown by the staff of the college, I think we are on the right path to becoming a leading producer of graduates who have the appropriate skills that are needed by the industry. I encourage you, the graduates, to make the most of CCST qualifications. We are proud of your achievements, but they should not be the end. They should mark a new beginning. Go out there and with our best wishes work actively towards living a good and productive life. You all have collaborators, friends, families who have played some part in helping you to be here today to celebrate your achievement. I acknowledge and thank those people, some of whom are with you while others are watching you online. Mr. Chairman, before I end my speech, I would like to inform you that the college is soon going to introduce new programs in sustainable food crop production, in transportation planning and engineering, in construction and engineering and energy management. The college has also received affiliation approval from the University of Cape Coast to pursue PhD level programs in food science and technology, soil health and environmental resource management, climate change and integrated natural resource management, and plant breeding and biotechnology. Approval is expected for agriculture and fishery science. For some of you, today might not mark the end of your student days. And for those who choose to pursue a PhD, I will be glad to welcome you back to pursue one of the programs at CCST. The college has accomplished, including 28 professors, 14 senior lecturers, 29 lecturers, to guide you through a successful doctoral program. I want you to have this information as well. On the 19th of June 2021, we inaugurated the CCST alumni. And as you receive your degree from CCST, you have become part of this community of all students. I invite you to join and embrace this community, and we hope that we will support each other and perhaps mentor another generation of students to achieve what you have achieved. Be good ambassadors of CCST and help us to continue training students with the knowledge and skills needed in the job market. Mr. Chairman, my report on the college and its activities is very long, and in this era of COVID, I do not want to prolong our sitting by reading the long report. So we have included key information in the program that you have. Please read this at your free time. You can also find more information about the college on the website. Mr. Chairman, Honorable Minister, Nana Kumawai, Vice Chancellor of the University of Cape Coast, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me once again congratulate all the graduates today and wish them well. At the same time, I extend my gratitude to the College Governing Board and all staff of CCST for their dedication. Thank you very much. May God bless us all. May God bless CCS.
Thank you, Professor Mark Appiah, the college president. Please, a round of applause. Yes, when I was doing the introduction, I forgot to introduce one key person, and he's the person of Mr. Emmanuel Bracknell, the Director of Finance, CSIR. Before our keynote speaker for the second congregation comes, permit me, Professor Chairman, to give a brief profile about him. Our keynote speaker is a medical doctor by profession. He obtained his Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery from the University of Ghana Medical School. He holds Master of Public Health from Tulane University, New Orleans, USA, and also a fellow of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. In fact, he is an old boy of St. Augustine's, great Australian. He entered into active politics and was privileged to serve as the Minister of Health from 2001 to 2005 in the first term of the former President Kufuor's administration. He also served as the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Western Regional Minister, and the Minister of States, Interest and Governance Authority. As a former Minister of Health, our keynote speaker led the introduction of the National Insurance Scheme from concept to legislation to implementation. He also served as a member of the National Development Planning Commission, a member of Cabinet Subcommittee on Cocoa Affairs, a member of National AIDS Commission, as well as former chairman of the Board of Directors of Electricity Company of Ghana. In fact, our keynote speaker is also an entrepreneur. He was the managing director of Affiliate Farms from 1990 to 2016, and also the managing director of Green Shield Hospital from 1994 to 2014. He is a member of the Parliament for the People of Seshibioso constituency, and also the Sector Minister for the Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause, shall we welcome the Honorable Dr. Kweku Efiwie, the Sector Minister, to the podium.
Thank you very much, sir. His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei the Second Asante, who is ably represented here by the Maumahini, the board chairman, Nana Onanani, Papa Yebianani, the board chairman, CSIR College of Science and Technology, members of the college governing board, the vice chancellor, University of Cape Coast, Director General, Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, Ghana, the Director General, CSIR Ghana, the Deputy Director General, CSIR Ghana, the college president, the college vice president, all CSIR past and present directors, the assistant registrar, all heads of department present, the head of institutional affiliation office, UCC, staff of the college, distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media. Graduation days are a very significant event in the life of every student. It does not matter the level one is graduating from. There is always some excitement. In the academic cycle, one looks forward to admissions, and when you are invited or selected specifically into a highly competitive program, you are filled with joy. Then comes the period of the real task of learning and research. Sometimes when the going gets tough, with lots of assignments and unfinished and deadlines to meet, you pause and ask yourself if you are really made a good decision in coming back to school. I'm sure you all pass through this. This is a very common occurrence among postgraduate students and even professional courses. You wonder whether if the first degree was not enough or even why bother. But gradually, when we are able to overcome all the storms and academic difficulties to the end, then we look forward to the day like this, when the sleepless nights and those efforts will be recognized and crowned with joy. I'm sure you are in this stage. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I can associate myself with the joy and excitement among our graduating students today. I wish therefore to first congratulate you for the determination and the zeal that has enabled you to come to the end of the program. I'm very grateful to the school administration and for that matter the president and academic team for inviting me as the sector minister to share in this day of joy and academic excellence. And in no other capacity as also the special guest, I'm very grateful to you. Being the second congregation of this college, that is the CSIR College of Science and Technology, which we've acronymed CCST, is indeed another milestone with recognizing celebration. And your kind invitation, the preparation to receive me, and the warm welcome you accorded me on my arrival is a clear demonstration to me of the goodwill and rapport that exists between the college and the sector ministry, and I'm happy that this cordial relationship has been built right from the onset. This is very necessary so that partners in science, technology, innovation, we could unite our ideas and efforts to help drive the agenda of using STI for development and nation building, and faster. Let me also express my heartfelt gratitude to the college governing board and the management for the good work done so far in nurturing this university. Now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let us not forget that graduation ceremonies are not held by the graduating students and their families alone. It is an occasion that is dear and very important on the academic calendar of the graduating institutions, as it offers the opportunity for them to take stock. It is an occasion to evaluate faculty and members how the graduate certificates place value and serve as demonstration as to what has been imparted to them. It also provides the opportunity to review the infrastructure needs, partnerships and assets, collaborations, and stakeholders' appreciation of the work done. And indeed, it has even a national dimension because the nation stands to gain from your efforts. Set the stage to mark the formal completion of the student development phase from one stage of the academic ladder to the next stage, and above all, provides us the opportunity to celebrate and pay tribute to the men and women of vision through whom such great institutions are born for societal good. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen,
looking at the number of dignitaries assembled for the occasion, especially from anonymous and listening to statements and addresses from earlier speakers, there is no doubt that a good platform has been created with lots of learning and knowledge sharing among we the stakeholders, policymakers, regulators, financiers, the media staff, and the student body, and indeed Ghanaians in general. This could assist immensely to influence policy and to act during a more vibrant and purposeful educational system to benefit society today and going forward. Let me commend each and every one here for making some impact. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, having said all that, I wish to reiterate that the overall approach by government to place science and technology application at the center of development is to ensure that STI is mainstream in all socio-economic activities. And indeed, I've always said, the Ghanaian in general, if they are not even scientists, we should make them pseudo-scientists. They should know how we think. That way we'll all be on level so that we can propel the development of our country forward. And indeed, the backbone of any country's development is that, to the best of my knowledge, is in science, technology, and innovation. I'm yet to encounter any developed nation that has been so successful and steady in their development without investing extensively in science, technology, and innovation, especially in educating its citizens to appreciate the sciences. That's what I said. The appreciation is very important. I agree perfectly that not all of us could be scientists. However, I still believe that it is important that we have a system of training where each one of us can appreciate basic sciences to help us understand and appreciate certain basic technologies to enable us function in diverse environments, but most important in this era of COVID. It is the aim of the Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation to collaborate with all ministries and the relevant institutions to ensure that technology drives the implementation of all government policies, programs, and projects. It is therefore my hope that this institute, which is founded on the premise of training postgraduate students in the sciences, especially the applied sciences, will do all its best to remain focused and not get addressed into other areas. I am by this statement calling on the government council and anyone who has a role to play to see to it that at its core of its mandate is the training of postgraduate scientists, and that this mandate is not diverted, like I said, to other areas. The CSI and its institutions, which I had the privilege of visiting quite a number since I assumed office, has been established purposefully to lead this agenda and fill the human resource gap in the field of highly trained and hands-on scientists locally. In many ways, I can say that so far they are trying to live up to expectation. And I must say that I'm proud of some of the things I saw on my rounds. I'm proud of some of the things I saw on my rounds and what they've done in the past. I know that if they are well resourced, they could do a lot better. But I've always said that you should learn a thing or two for politicians. If you do not say that you are, nobody will say you are. You should project yourself and sell yourselves to Ghanaians. The era of academic recluse is far ago. If you remember, I struggle to find the first name, but scientist Hawkins, he was a celebrity, is that also? And I believe there is another guy called a black American called Degrassi or something. He's also a celebrity. And that is what some of us should do. We should stop playing the self-effacing game. I know that is part of our training. As scientists, don't go about boasting. But for heaven's sake, when we do something, let society know this is the challenge. To experiment and make mistakes. When your hands get bad, then you learn from your mistakes. And that is why I know they say younger children and then I have been the press meeting for all of these funds will do our best. Indeed, there is a school of thought that there is a strong positive relationship between the state of innovation in the country, I've said that, and the living standard of the people. And I'm sure that it is very possible. And because of this, we cannot relax in our efforts in flooding the STI ecosystem with well-trained researchers and scientists, like the likes of whom we are going to witness today. And with this, I can say that I trust that we have set out to accelerate innovation and technology in this country. Ghana should be a country of technology and innovation in all these aspects. Even anatomy in culture, we progress, we add on what we met, we jettison those that are not useful to us. So even I dare say, they're coming from the Paris, having been born and raised, and say, you also mine is Paris. I can dare say that that is true, and that is what has brought us this far. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, it is an excellent idea that the 144th meeting of the Director Management Committee of the CSIR, they decided to establish this very strategic university college with a goal to increase the scientific capability needed to drive Ghana's STI and the socio-economic development, and also to address the challenges of industry, businesses, academia, and local communities. The ministry that is MESTI, and for that matter, in my tenure as the second minister, I will facilitate the amendment and restructuring of the CSIR Act and the associated regulations to give this college its rightful status to function optimally. And yes, I would urge all directors and heads of whatever institutions here to help me in this endeavor. You know that as a politician, I'm not unmindful of the fact that there's a use by date stamped, at my back. So you should help me deliver before, what is inevitable happens. The system of learning where students are placed right with industry is very laudable, and I hope that many more industries will open their doors to work with these students to learn while they offer solutions and hands-on to industry as well. Hands-on solutions in industry. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I understand for now the focus of college programs are agriculture and environmental sciences, and not need to outline the contribution of these two programs to Ghana's economic development. As a country, our major sources of income are from these two key areas. What needs to be done, though, is bring them more scientifically facilitated by innovation and technology for higher and better output and influence. I will commend yourself. I will commend you set up itself as being very innovative in that you are using existing structures and facilities at your disposal and turning them into higher and better and highly needed human resources to feed a national necessity. The programs in aquaculture, fisheries, I'm told are hosted at CSIR Water Research Institute. the programs in food science and technology is at CSIR Food Research Institute, and the program in industrial animal nutrition and feed production at CSIR Animal Research Institute, or CRAN. In Kumasi, the program in plant breeding and biotechnology is hosted at CSIR Crop Research Institute. The program in soil science and environmental resource management is in CSIR Soil Research Institute. And the program in climate change and integrated natural resources management is at CSIR Forest Research Institute of Ghana, FORIG. With the vast state-of-the-art facilities, equipment, and field stations owned by these institutes, we have a lot of assets at our disposal. This model used in running the college is very laudable, as it will help to produce graduates with the needed practical skills and knowledge required by the industry, at least cost to government in terms of infrastructure needs for establishing such quality tertiary institutions. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm reliably informed that very soon you will be introducing 3 more programs: sustainable food crop production, to be hosted by CSIR SARI, that's the Savannah Agricultural Research Institute at Kampala, and then construction engineering and transport planning and engineering, to be hosted by CSIR Building and Road Research Institute here in Kumasi. These are very good programs, and I encourage the college management to double their efforts to get these programs also running. It is worthy to note that the various programs and initiatives being considered by the college and the CSIR in general are in sync with the ministry's overall direction for the sector. I'm impressed with what you've done so far, and I wish to encourage you to come out boldly to announce this, your presence. And whilst I believe in that age, I'm in Pakasa. Like I've said, I'm also guided by the others one who says, so one can say with you one, you want it. So I have always admonished you. This is my second time of returning to this subject. CSIR and its affiliates should be held. Since assuming office and having visited some of your institutes and projects as a modest cocoa and nutmeg farmer, I have realized that Mestis agenda or Mestis agencies are contributing so much to all sectors that the glory is not shared to the ministry. So I want to share in your glory. So please do that. Your contribution to planting for food and jobs. It should not come from me. It should come from your field officers and what you've done. The Ghanaians will then appreciate it all the more. We are therefore embarking on an initiative that the MEST Visibility Project, which seeks to use a series of webinars and media interactions to showcase to the Ghanaians the various initiatives in the sector through the application of science, technology, innovation to our stakeholders and Ghanaians in general. I have no doubt that good programs like this, that the college is pursuing, which are also not well known, if brought to the fore, will be appreciated by a lot of Ghanaians. And then also, you must also include some industry who also can collaborate with us. I hope that CSIR headquarters will help you play a key role when they take their turn to announce your presence to the public, and even other institutions by showcasing the various programs and applications of STI in your faculties. I call on all stakeholders to join hands with the ministry to lift up this college to the pedestal that it will stand tall among others and its peers towards the successful implementation of this program. Now, before I leave, let me leave some messages here. Let me say that before I bring this address to a close, let me once again congratulate our graduating students and their families for a successful completion of the program. Your hard work has brought to this far. And I know it's not easy, but you are better off than before having acquired the only used asset that everyone who owns it cannot take it away from you and indeed will take to your graves. When you go back, I urge you not to rest on this achievement, but strive for more until you can mark on the innovation world, until an invention or a technology is named after you. Excuse me. Or you go to the patent office and register and accept a patent certificate. I challenge you to be among the movers, if not the mover, so that we can be more proud than we are today. There you go. Finally, Nana, I'm very grateful to you for honoring this invitation and sitting through with us, Nana. We shall continue to call on you, and I know you will always respond positively to our call. Thank you so much for your good counsel and prayers. Please always call on us and do not hesitate to call our attention to whatever or whenever we are off track. It is our expectation that the college will grow to become one of the leading practical-oriented institutions in science, technology, and innovation in Ghana, and then also embark on entrepreneurship, which will lift this country out of its economic doldrums onto the pedestal of development, so that we can accelerate science and technology development for our collective benefit. I'm committed to make this happen. I need your support. Thank you all, and God bless you.
Thank you for having me this time. Now we invite the cultural chief from Yenchia to give us a performance. Our special guest of honor had his ordinary and advanced level education at Opokuwara Secondary School and Kumasi Academy respectively. He then proceeded to North University, Medical University, Ukraine, where he was trained as a medical physician. He obtained his Master of Public Health degree from KNUST Kumasi. He has also attended leadership training at Green Park. Our special guest speaker is the Practice Medical Director at St. Michael's Catholic Hospital, Franso, in the Ashanti region. He has contributed immensely to the medical field. Among his accomplishments include his contribution to the construction of antiretroviral therapy clinic for the care and treatment of HIV/AIDS at the same hospital. He also established the emergency unit at St. Michael's Hospital at Pranso. He again headed a management team to construct a state-of-the-art two-story building for expansion of services in reproductive and child health, dental care, ear, nose, and throat, and also office accommodation. As a traditional ruler, our special guest of honor has contributed immensely to the development of Kumawood traditional area. Mention can be made of the establishment of Kumawood Development and Investment Trust, and also Kumawood Development and Investment Foundation, just to whom invested to this traditional area. Recognizing the importance role education plays in the life of the individual, our special guest of honor pursue education to the highest level. He has also established a museum in his traditional area to promote culture and tourism in his paramountcy, among other developmental projects. So I urge you to be visiting our special guest of honor's museum. With his vast experience as a paramount chief and a medical practitioner, our special guest of honor is currently serving on several boards of institutions in the country. Key among them include advisory board member at St. Michael's Midwifery Training School, procurement committee chairman at St. Michael's Hospital, and also a member of Ashanti Regional House of Chiefs. With a round of applause, shall we invite the Rimba Safo Chenibua Kudia, the Omani of Kumawood Traditional Area, and also the President of the Kumasi Traditional Council, representing His Royal Majesty Otufo Osei-Tutu, the Asante Ministry.
Honorable Minister of Environment, Science, Technology, and Education. Is that it? Director General, Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, the Vice Chancellor, University of Cape Coast, who also happens to be my brother. Let me take this singular honor giving me to congratulate you on your new appointment as the VC of UCC.
The board chairman, CSIR College of Science and Technology, the CCST college board members, the college president, the college vice president, past presidents of CCST, the Director General CSR Ghana, the Deputy Director General CSR Ghana, all CSR past and present directors, all heads of department present, invited guests, graduates, the media, ladies and gentlemen. I was very pleased to receive your invitation to attend the second congregation of the CSIR College of Science and Technology. As I mentioned in my speech during the first congregation, it is gratifying to see that a premier research institution such as CSIR will use its available human capital and its other resources to advance science, technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship in Ghana. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, the application of science, technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship are essential for our economic development. It is my hope that the college will continue to focus on its core objective to expand the platform for science, technology, innovation, capacity, and entrepreneurship at the postgraduate level for national and sub-regional development. I want to thank the college board, college administration, and staff for their dedication to improving education in Ghana and in Ashanti region. I also thank the Vice Chancellor of the University of Cape Coast for their mentoring role. To the students who are graduating today, it has not been easy, as we've all been students before. I say congratulations, Aiko, to you all and to your families and friends who supported you throughout your study. You must understand that graduation in its totality is not the end goal, but rather your graduation should form a part of a larger journey of life. That is, after all the accomplishments during this period of study, we expect you to use your acquired expertise, skills, and knowledge to make Ghana a prosperous country. I urge you all to use your knowledge and skills acquired over the period of your study to contribute to the government's agenda for planting for food and jobs and the One District, One Factory programs and other economic policies of the government to enhance our economic development. Today, you are going out as newly trained experts to take responsible development actions necessary in the future. Today, I have confidence to say to you that you can make responsible contributions, as some of you are already working in government and private sector institutions. You will be key players from now on, and your actions for the future welfare of Ghanaian and Israel are of critical importance. As I congratulate you, the graduates, I also should acknowledge the teachers and non-teaching staff. Thank you for so sharing your time, talents, and knowledge with the students. I would like to offer my congratulations to each one of you on your success. Thank you, and may God bless us all.
Decisions to enroll in a postgraduate program offered by CSI College of Science and Technology, CCST. Indeed, this academic pursuit has been an interesting journey with lots of experiences, which has put us in a better position to become relevant to society and the nation as a whole. The field lessons, practical sessions, and numerous assignments, which the students never liked, have enhanced our knowledge in our diverse fields of study, and therefore we would like to say thank you to all our lecturers. We cannot recall the happy moments on campus without reflecting on the hard times. Moments where we have no money to buy data to do assignments, not to talk about money for our personal upkeep, and the difficulty in managing our academic work with our personal schedules. I also remember during examinations where we had to go through sleepless nights in order to cover most of the things we have been taught in class. This did not help us in any way, but well, we managed to excel in all our examinations. I want to use this opportunity to urge all present students watching us online and all those who are gathered here to learn ahead of time so that they don't go through the struggles we went through to where we are now. The effect of the emergence of COVID-19 also did not spare us, since it made it difficult for most of us to gather our data during our thesis writing. I admonish all students here to make hay while the sun shines, because life is full of uncertainties. I want to thank God on behalf of my fellow brothers for seeing us through in these difficult times and bringing us this far. As written in Isaiah chapter 40 verse 31, and I quote, "Those who trust in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint." End of quote. Today, my fellow graduates, as we are all gathered here to celebrate our success story, I humbly urge all of us to continue to work hard in building our nation, Ghana, and also remember that the end of this mountain is not that we should continue to work hard and remember that the end of this mountain is the beginning of another mountain. And therefore, I urge all of us to continue to stay humble and learn from those who have taken lead of us. More so, as we step out and interact with the corporate world, we should not be afraid of taking risks that is deemed to bring us genuine successes, because nothing good in life comes easy. Steve Harvey once said, and I quote, "If you want to be successful, you have to jump. There is no way around it. When you jump, I can assure you that your parachute will not open right away. But if you do not jump, your parachute will never open. If you are safe, you will never soar." End of quote. I am indeed very proud to become an alumnus of this great institution, and I know it's same for my brothers gathered here. It is my hope and prayer that my colleagues and I will also continue to make CCST proud of us. Honorable Minister Nanano, our achievements today we owe to the efforts and sacrifices of some individuals without whom our dreams would not have come to fruition. We are grateful to the Almighty God for His grace and protection from the beginning to the end of this program. We also appreciate our lecturers and the staff of CCST for their commitment and relentless dedication, which has put smiles on our faces today. It is after finishing your thesis write-up, then we appreciate that even the signature of your supervisor is paramount to the completion of your program, and my colleagues can attest to that fact. We deeply appreciate the immense contribution of our parents, our guardians, and all our family members who are gathered here, and those who are also watching us from home. And we promise to make you proud because you've been our backbone, and we thank you for your support. To all friends we made here, thank you for making our stay together memorable. Let us ensure to keep the network for ourselves and our future generations. Class of 2021, I say Ayiko, Maya dear, and God bless you. Long live CCST, long live Ghana. Thank you very much.
Good morning. So the moment you all, especially the graduates and their families, have been waiting for us here. Conferment of degrees at the mental institution, the University of Cape Coast. And so I have the pleasant duty, first of all, invite the head of the Department of Agro-Processing Technology and Food Biosciences, Professor Wisdom Anwebua, to present graduates of the department for conference. Will all graduating students of the Accra campus of the college please rise and remain standing? The Vice Chancellor of the University of Cape Coast, I, Professor Wisdom Kofi Anwebua, Head Department of Agro-Processing Technology and Food Biosciences, and representatives of the heads of the other departments of CSI College of Science and Technology on the Accra campus, present to you graduates of the college standing before you, and others who are unavoidably absent, for whom I stand proxy. The graduates have followed the approved programs of study over the stipulated period, passed the required examinations, and have thus become eligible for academic awards to keep their studies entitled them. I pray for conferment of the awards due now.
The head Department of Agro-Processing Technology and Food Biosciences, that the authority vested in the academic board of the University of Cape Coast, I, Professor Johnson Yakubu, Vice Chancellor of the University, now hereby pronounce the graduates presented duly graduated. Please accept.
Please be seated. It's now the turn of graduates of the Kumasi campus, and I respectfully invite Professor Joseph N.L. Lanti, Head of the Department of Plant Resources Development, to present the graduates.
Will all graduating students of the Kumasi campus of the college please rise and remain standing? The Vice Chancellor of the University of Cape Coast, I, Professor Joseph N.L. Lanti, Head, Department of Plant Resources Development, and representative of the heads of the other departments of CSIR, College of Science and Technology, Kumasi campus, present to you graduates of the college standing before you and others who are unavoidably absent, for whom I stand proxy. The graduates have followed the approved programs of study over the stipulated period, passed the required examinations, and have thus become eligible for the academic awards to which their studies entitle them. I pray for conferment of the awards due them.
The head Department of Plant Resources Development, that the authority vested in the academic board of the University of Cape Coast, I, Professor Johnson Yakubuanko, Vice Chancellor of the University, now hereby pronounce the graduates presented duly graduated. Please accept my congratulations.
Graduates of Accra Campus. Ado Isaac,
representative of His Royal Majesty, Tumfo Osei Second Santinine, Nana Erima Safo, Wakudia, Merumani, Vice Chancellor of Mental Institution, Professor Johnson Yakun, the Director General of CSIR, Professor Victor Hachiman, the Deputy Director General of CSIR, Professor Augusto, the College President, Professor Mark Apia, the College Vice President, Professor Hans Edidapa, all other protocols observed. It is my singular honor as the patron of the prestigious CST Alumni Association to administer the alumni oath to the 2021 graduates. At this juncture, I will humbly invite the graduates to be on their feet as I administer the alumni oath. I will humbly ask you to turn your tassels. Now that you have been conferred with your degrees, you can now turn your tassels to the left and say congratulations. You are now alumni of this prestigious and great institution. Please turn on the alumni and say this after me. On your brochure, you will find the alumni oath on page 38. And you will repeat after me. When I say I, then you put your name over there. Say I. Do solemnly pledge to faithfully fulfill my duties as an alumnus of the CSIR College of Science and Technology. I pledge to use my knowledge, skills and experiences to the best of my ability, for the advancement of learning, and for the well-being of my communities and country. I promise to be a loyal ambassador for my college, to promote its welfare and maintain its reputation. I will endeavor in all my dealings to be known as a person of honor and repute to bring respect to my alma mater. So help me God. Congratulations. So after the ceremony, you meet the president of the association, Mr. Charles Benefo. Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister of Environment, Science, Technology, and Innovation, Dr. Keku Okoye. His Royal Majesty Otumfuo II, represented by Nana Kumawu Mahen, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Cape Coast, Professor Johnson Yanko Wampong, Director General of CSIR, Professor Victor Jimai, governing body, members of CCST, the President of CCST, Prof. Makapia, Prof. Hans Elizabeth, the College Vice President, faculty members, administrators, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols duly observed. I sincerely appreciate the honor in humility as the President of the CCST Alumni Association to give a brief speech on this occasion of the second CCST graduation. First of all, let me say a big congratulations to each of the 29 graduates. Permit me to say, in my own words, to give you 29 academic grand salutes. In fact, you should be extremely proud for your impressive accomplishment. You deserve to celebrate this success. No doubt that all of you look awesome in your academic gowns, and I can see the broad smiles on your faces. For family members and friends, today is indeed your day as well, because this is the outcome of your financial and moral support. I have no hesitation to say that you should be extremely proud. I cannot forget to mention the faculty members and administrators. I say thank you for your quality teaching, guidance, and counseling, which has provided a solid foundation to prepare them to even achieve further academic pursuits, such as PhD, as we go along. The CCST Alumni Association, as we were told this morning by Prof. Makapia, was inaugurated on the 19th of June 2021, just about 6 weeks ago, with 20 members and 6-member national executive officer, of which I am very proud to be the first president. On behalf of the alumni, I want to warmly welcome you to join this infant family. We look forward that you will come along with a kind of vigor to inspire us to do better, if not even the best. As a personal experience, I have come to a fair conclusion that little things in life matters. As a matter of fact, small actions might not seem like much, but over time they have a compounding effect. So I align with the thinking that the small steps and little victories along the path will definitely add up to achieve bigger results and aspirations. It is in this context that I want to encourage all of you, 29 graduates, to start these little things. 1. Proudly join the CCST Alumni Association with a sense of pride to be part of this great family. Pay your annual subscription, dues which is just about 20 Ghana a month, about 240 annual. Make time to attend our meetings. Normally, these are physical and sometimes virtual meetings, so we can come together to think and share ideas together to support our alma mater. Avail yourself to take leadership position and belong to any of the sub-committees. advocate and recommend CCST to prospective students, to tell them what we saw some years ago, so they can also come and enjoy. Let me conclude with a strong appeal to your conscience, that we should not often ask what CCST can do
for us, but let us all exploit and think of how and what we can
do to support CCST. Long live CCST Alumni Association, long live CCST, and God bless our great nation Ghana. Thank you for your attention.
Also, so we are coming to the end of today's proceedings. Just few announcements. The photo session after the session, and that will also followed by refreshments for all dignitaries and guests at the CSIR Crop Research Institute Conference Room. The ushers will assist in this regard. We are now respectfully invite Director General to resolve the second congregation.
So I've been asked to say a few words. And I'd like to start on the protocol already established. Just to say that we are also proud to be associated with the college. We've seen progress. The numbers are increasing, and we hope that to continue to increase. But once you are associated with University of Cape Coast, we believe in quality. And we want you to go and show the quality, the knowledge and skills that you have acquired from here to be manifested in the work that you do. So that in the end, we all join hands to help to develop this nation. Because we have many youth looking for opportunities to get jobs to do. And the research work that we do that will eventually provide opportunities for them to also get jobs to do. So it is our responsibility to make sure that we move our people from the streets. I hope you are not happy when you see them on the streets, selling the dog chains and doing all the things in the cities. Can we come out with new ideas, the innovations we are talking about, to actually create jobs for them, so that we'll be able to live in harmony with all our neighbors. I'd like to thank you for giving us the opportunity to be proud with the development of your college. And we'll continue, as a university, we'll continue to support you until such a time that you become fully mature. Then we'll leave you to counsel. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Being in a position of trust is always difficult. I just went to him and said that we need to hear his voice because they are the mentoring institution and they have to come up with a few words. So thank you very much, Lizzie, for your words of wisdom. Honorable Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation. His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Tutu II, the Santinians representative. The President of CCST, the Vice President of CCST, the Vice Chancellor, University of Cape Coast, the Registrar, University of Cape Coast, Deputy Director General, CSIR, the Dean and Directors of CSIR present, past Directors of CSIR, present. Assistant Registrar, CCST. Heads of departments. Faculty members and staff of CCST. Staff of CSIR institutes. Distinguished guests. Graduating class of 2021. The press, ladies and gentlemen. A mouthful, but I have to go through all that. I have the pleasant duty to dissolve this congregation, but before I do that, I think I need to take you down a little bit of memory lane. The CSIR College for Science and Technology, I think the idea was conceived around 2010. And it took us 6 years, up to 2016, to actually establish the university. So those of you who are here, don't think that it is just, an easy process. It is a difficult process to actually establish a college in Ghana, and we had to go through that. And I remember we have dealt with three vice chancellors of the University of Cape Coast. We started with Professor Kopoli, then with Professor Gati Ampia, and then we are now running with Professor Johnson Nyako. Yes. And all of them were so supportive, and we appreciate your support. One other person who has been outstanding is the board chairman, Professor Justus Anamwa. He has been with us throughout all the journey. Unfortunately, he's not here, but I would like to commend him and to congratulate him for his support for the college. Within CSIR, there have been some distinguished personalities. One who gave all is Professor Elsia Mensah, Rose A. Mama Mensah. At that time, she was the Deputy Director General, and she worked all through from 2010 up to 2 years ago when she retired. And another person is Professor Dr. A.B. Salif, who was the Director General of CSIR at that time. He also worked tirelessly to be able to ensure that this college was established. Within the teaching staff, I would like to commend especially Professor Joseph Kobna. He was the first president, and most of you know him. He also worked to support the establishment. And in fact, the basic structures was established by him, together with his vice at that time, Professor Blaha. They worked to actually support the program. I'd like to also commend Professor Makapia. He is now the second president and the current president. And he has facilitated a lot of things, and the college has made a lot of progress under him. So thank you very much for your support. And he is ably supported by as you were mentioned, he's also my mentor and everything, Reverend Professor Hans Daba. He worked very well. Having said that, there are 3 other people who worked in the background to support that. They were Mr. Oredu, Dr. Digard Johnson, and Mrs. Atta Sunu. And they should all be commended for the work that they did in establishing the college. They all worked, and then I am here today dissolving you. So I am only taking after their hard work. But that is how life is. The minister has to work, and some of us have to take the credit. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, and graduates, it gives me the greatest pleasure on behalf of the College Governing Board to express my gratitude to all of you for honoring our invitation to attend the second congregation of the college for the conferment of degrees on our graduates. And this is special because my brother's wife is here. She's at the back. I just saw her and lifted her hand. So Monica, you are welcome. That's all that I will say. So I wish you all safe journey to your respective destinations. By the authority vested in me, I now declare the second congregation dissolved. So help us God.
Thank you, Director General. Shall we rise for the closing prayer? We humbly invite Reverend Professor Hansen Idiapa to give us the closing prayer.
Shall we pray? Our most gracious Father, we thank you so much for seeing us through the end of today's program. We thank you, Lord, for giving us such an excellent weather. We thank you, Lord, for the invited guests, the traveling messages you gave unto them, and Father, the graduates, and for faculty. I pray for long life. I pray for good health. I pray that, Lord, you protect everybody who is here and who has something to do with the CCST, particularly in times like this. Lord, I commit the graduates into your hands. I pray for wisdom. I pray for understanding. And I pray that wherever they are, Father, may they be good ambassadors of CCST. And may they contribute to the development of this nation. I ask that, Lord, as we leave this place, grant each one of us traveling mercies to our respective destinations. I pray that, Lord, you bless the governing board and the chair and the management of CCST. Father, particularly, Lord, we pray for the minister who has pledged to be of help to us. I pray for favor that anywhere he goes, on behalf of CCST, you grant him special favor. Thank you, Father, for hearing me. In Jesus' name I have prayed. Amen. Amen. The Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon all of us and be gracious unto us. May he lift up his countenance upon us and may he give us peace. Amen.
We shall remain standing as we take the national anthem, Young Ara Assassin. For the governing board and dignitaries, recess.